Welcome to the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. Every first-time visitor to Vegas wants to see the different casinos, and this is what this video is all about. We're going to share our casino visit with you, but instead of doing full walking tour, we're going to show you the essential of what there is to see. From architecture to sculpture and the neon lights, we're going to show every hotel from the Mandalay Bay to the Sahara. Just keep in mind that these images were taken on December 2023 and there was still Formula One structures in the way, right in front of the Bellagio fountain for example. But don't worry, we'll share them in a later video. Make sure you stick to the end for a little extra and our favorite places to visit. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this trip. Well, the Vegas Strip, not an actual... Anyway, let's move on. The Mandalay Bay opened in 1999 and is home to one of the largest pool complexes on the Strip, including a wave pool in the Lazy River. It was closed in December, but it can be a nice place for odd summer days. Home to 3,209 rooms, the resort has a huge convention center and is also named the pre- and post-game venue for the Las Vegas Raiders, which play at the Allegiant Stadium. You can also find House of Blues and the Shark Reef, an aquarium attraction we will showcase in another video. Luxor opened in 1993 and has no less than 4,407 rooms, if we include the two 22-story hotel towers that were added in 1997. Its Artemis being a huge pyramid with an Egyptian theme, standing at 357 feet or 109 meters. It features the largest atrium in the world by volume at 29 million cubic feet and the most powerful man-made light in the world with its sky beams sitting on top of the pyramid that can be seen up to 275 miles by an aircraft at cruising altitude on a clear night. A 106 feet high, 80 feet wide, and 262 feet long recreation of the Great Sphinx of Giza is guarding the pyramid that is hosting several attractions, one being the replica of King Tut's tomb. If you are enjoying the video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel. It will help us grow as a little channel. And if you have any questions, make sure to post them in the comments. We'll do our best to answer them. The huge castle that is Excalibur opened in 1990 and was then considered the largest hotel in the world with its 4,032 rooms. Obviously the inside is all about the medieval theme, and among other shows, one of the main attractions actually the medieval show Tournament of Kings that is taking place in a 900-seat dinner theater. It's a pretty fun show to watch while you are enjoying your dinner medieval style, which means you basically eat with your bare hands. The Excalibur is also the end of the tram that is connecting it to the Luxor and the Mandalay Bay. A quick and easy way to go from one to the other that will save you some steps. Tropicana was opened in 1957 and closed its doors 5 months after our visit on April 2nd, 2024. The 1,467-room hotel was completely demolished on October 9th. In 2009, its topless showgirl review known as Folie Bergère ended after nearly 50 years and remained the longest-running show in Vegas history. We will have to wait to see how the Tropicana property will be used, but it has a potential for a new MLB stadium and a new resort. The MGM Grand opened in 1993 and is the largest single hotel building in the world with no less than 5,124 rooms. The facade of the hotel, Leo the Lion, weighs 50 tons and at 45 feet tall on a 25-foot pedestal is the largest bronze statue in the US. There was a lot going on at the MGM Grand, but only to name a few. The famous magician David Copperfield has been performing there since the year 2000, and Cirque du Soleil had its custom-built theater there since 2005. I do recommend the Ka show, we enjoyed it, and it was pretty good. The MGM Grand also has several restaurants, including Wolfgang Puck and L'Atelier de Joël Robuchon, among many others. If you walk past the MGM Grand, you will find the M&M store, the Coca-Cola store, and the Stranger Things store. There was also a strange-looking bus parked on the streets when we were there. The New York opened in 1997 and is a one-building hotel of 2,024 rooms, despite its facade making it look like it's multiple buildings. The hotel skyline is meant to represent New York City in the 1940s, including, among others, replica of the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the New Yorker Hotel, and the Century, but also include other buildings completed after the 40s. The facade also has a replica of the Brooklyn Bridge and the Statue of Liberty. The Big Apple coaster is also a feature of the casino that travels through the property's exterior and interior along its nearly 5,000 feet track. The inside of the casino is also very interesting as it's meant to resemble various areas of New York City, including Broadway, Central Park, Greenwich Village, Times Square, Wall Street, and Little Italy. Make sure to stop by the Hershey store and have a look at the chocolate Statue of Liberty, as well as the licorice one. If you get out of the New York toward the Park Avenue, you will end up in what's called the Park, a place where you can find restaurants and bars that is linking the New York to the Park MGM, as well as the T-Mobile Arena, where the Vegas Golden Knights are playing. The Park MGM originally opened in 1996 under the name of Monte Carlo Resort and Casino. It was then renamed to Park MGM in 2018. The hotel has 2,993 rooms if we include those from the Nomad, a hotel within the hotel. The Park MGM is the only hotel on the Strip that is smoke-free, as a non-smoking policy has been instituted in September 2020. Inside, you will find the Dolby Live Theater as well as the Lady Gaga Museum. And if you're hungry, make sure to stop by Italy. You might just find something to fill you up. The Aria Resort and Casino is the primary property at the city center complex. With its two curved glass towers, the hotel that opened in 2009 has over 4,000 rooms and suites. The sculpture behind the chicken desk is a 87 feet long representation of the Colorado River made of reclaimed silver that weighs 3,700 pounds. This luxury resort has over 10 restaurants, including The Catch, a $7 million seafood restaurant. The Aria is also linked to the shop at Crystal, an upscale shopping mall that contains all the high-end retailers and gourmet restaurants that you can think of. The Cosmopolitan opened in 2010 and is offering just over 3,000 rooms in its two towers. We think there's not much to see there, but there is some sculptures, a place called Down the Rabbit Hole themed after Alice in Wonderland, and the hotel center masterpiece, the Chandelier Lounge. Just for this last one, it's definitely worth a detour to see the signature feature of the casino, a 3-story high chandelier made of 2 million crystals hung from the ceiling. Planet Hollywood opened in August 2000 as the Aladdin and was renamed in 2007. The hotel was renovated before the new name became effective. The resort has 2,494 rooms and have a much more modern look than the original Aladdin. You can still see the Arabian theme at Desert Passage that was converted to Miracle Mice Shops, a 475,000 square foot mall with 170 tenants. The mall also has a rain show that was unfortunately closed during our visit. If you are thirsty while you visit the mall, you can stop at Tipsy to get a drink served by a robot. Opened in 1999, the Paris Las Vegas is obviously a French themed resort that contains 3,672 rooms, performance theater, and various restaurants. There, you will find different Paris landmarks replicas, including the Arc de Triomphe and the Eiffel Tower that is rising up 540 feet. The tower also serves as an observation deck 460 feet in the air to get a good view of Vegas. Inside, you will find the Paris street scene from the 1920s, with all the little shops and restaurants under a sky-painted roof. The hotel originally opened as the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino in 1973. It was then sold in 1996 and renamed Bally's. Caesars Entertainment rebranded as Horseshoe in 2022 after some renovations. It has 2,056 rooms. There's honestly not much to see, so it's a short visit. The Cromwell is one of the smallest hotels on the Strip with its 188 rooms. It opened its door in 1979 under the name Barbary Coast and was renamed Bill's Gambling Hall and Saloon in 2007. The current name is in place since 2014 and was converted to a luxury boutique casino hotel. It's a really quick in and out. Bellagio opened in 1998 and has 3,933 rooms. It's mostly known for its fountain show on the 8.5-acre lake right on the Strip. But it was closed when we were there in December 2023 because of the F1 structure still in the way. So what you see here is images from when we went back in March. It's only a short clip, but we'll show you the full thing later, either on the channel or on our social media. But there's more to see. Hanging from the lobby ceiling, a 2,000 square foot piece of art named Fiori di Como represents flowers from various color. Next to it, the conservatory and botanical gardens are totally worth a visit. There are 5 seasonal themes, and as you can see, December is the winter/Christmas theme. It can be very crowded, but really worth it, plus it's 100% free. Obviously, there are a lot of restaurants, but look for the Bellagio Patisserie, where you can see the world's largest chocolate fountain, rising 27 feet. It is also home to the Cirque du Soleil water team show, Ho! The Flamingo opened in 1946 and has 3,460 rooms. It is the oldest hotel still standing on the Strip. Being open for that long, it obviously has a lot of history behind it. The fact that it was owned by a mobster in the early days might add a little something to it. It obviously went through a lot of renovation over the years. Originally, it only had 105 rooms. One of the signature features is the animal habitat that you can visit for free. The Linq opened in 1959 and has 2,250 rooms. It has changed names several times over the year. It formerly opened as the Flamingo Capri, changed to Imperial Palace in 1979, then was renamed to the Quad from 2012 to 2014. The Linq Promenade is an outdoor entertainment district right between the Linq and the Flamingo. One of the primary attractions is the Eye Roller, a 550-foot observation wheel, but also have multiple shops, restaurants, or nightlife businesses, as well as a zip line to travel over the promenade. Harrah's Las Vegas is a hotel and casino at the center of the Strip. It was opened in 1972 for the hotel portion as a Holiday Inn, and the casino opened a year later. It was renamed to Aria's in 1992. It has 2,542 rooms and is a popular low-cost alternative to nearby resort. The one thing you don't want to miss is the piano bar if you are up for a good show. The Caesars Palace opened in 1966 and is one of the iconic resorts on the Strip. The hotel has 3,960 rooms and suites and 6 towers over the property. It is one of the resorts where there is a lot to see. Themed after the Roman Empire, there are statues everywhere. Throughout the year, it has operated as a venue for live music and sport entertainment. The main performance venue is the Colosseum, a 4,296-seat theater with a huge 22,450 square foot stage that was built for Celine Dion's show. Statues replica of Venus and David, as well as many others, are all over the place. Make sure to check out the pool section as well, as it has also a lot of statues out there for you to watch. The Forum Shop, a shopping mall built as an extension to the main hotel, is also worth a visit as well. This is where you will find the spiral escalator and the Fall of Atlantis fountain, which we will feature in the next video on our channel. The Mirage opened in 1989 and had just over 3,000 rooms. It was closed July 17, 2024, as Hard Rock International took over and intend to rebrand the resort as Hard Rock Las Vegas. It will receive a complete renovation and expansion, including a guitar-shaped hotel tower that is expected to be open by May 2027. The Mirage had a volcano show as well as an animal habitat, but both eventually closed. Inside, there was a 9-story dome atrium that covered an indoor tropical rainforest display. Treasure Island is a pirate-themed hotel that opened in 1993. It has 2,885 rooms and used to run a pirate and a siren show just outside the hotel on the Strip. The Battle of Buccaneer Bay Pirate Show closed in 2003 to make place to Sirens of TI that closed 10 years later. Inside, you will find the Avenger Station, an exhibit based on the MCU, and an impressive carved mammoth tusk. The Venetian opened in 1999 and has 4,049 rooms, but if you include its extension called the Palazzo, it goes up to a staggering 7,100 rooms and allow the complex to rank as the second largest hotel in the world. The resort is themed after Venice and has many replicas of many landmarks from the city, including St. Mark's Square and a canal with gondola rides. The Wynn Las Vegas opened in 2005 and has 2,716 rooms, but another tower, the Encore, was added to the complex, totaling 4,748 rooms. Unlike other resorts developed by the famous Vegas casino developer Steve Wynn, the hotel that is named after himself don't have any particular theme around it. And, unlike other casinos, its free show called Lake of Dreams is hidden from the Strip by a mountain that forces you to go inside the casino to get access to it. There is a nice indoor garden atrium similar to the Bellagio's conservatory, with trees, plants, and flowers. It also includes an 18-hole golf course, the only one on the Strip. Resorts World is a 59-story building of 3,506 rooms, divided in 3 Hilton-affiliated hotels, making it the largest Hilton hotel property in the world. It includes the Las Vegas Hilton, the Conrad Las Vegas, which is the largest Conrad in the world, and the high-end Croxford Las Vegas. In there, you will find a retail center, a 5,000-seat theater, and many restaurants, including famous food street eat. Check out the globe, a 50 feet lead globe that looks like a mini sphere. The Circus Circus opened in 1968 and has a total of 3,767 rooms. Fun fact is that it didn't even have an hotel when it opened. It was just a casino and carnival games for children, and it was the first family-oriented casino in Vegas. The first hotel tower was added in 1972 with 409 rooms, and from there more towers and rooms were added to become what it is today. It also has an RV park, the only one on the Strip, and a water park. On the second floor of the casino, you still have those carnival games as well as an arcade and a circus show. Connected to the Circus Circus is the Adventure Dome, a 5-acre indoor amusement park. The Fontainebleau is the newest resort of the Strip at this time since it opened in December 2023. It has 3,644 rooms and its 67 stories tower. It is the second most expensive resort in Vegas as it was developed at a cost of $3.7 billion, while the first place remains the Resort World that opened in 2021 at a cost of $4.3 billion. Yes, we're talking billions, guys. The resort is right next to the Las Vegas Convention Center, making it a great option for those who attend events there. And if the Time magazine included it in its 2024 list of world's greatest place to visit, I think it's worth a look. The Sahara opened in 1952 and changed name in 2011 to SLS Las Vegas, only to go back to Sahara in 2019. It has 1,616 rooms and is anchored to the northern end of the strip. Little is left from the original Arabian theme since the SLS made it more modern. The Strat opened in 1995 and has 2,427 rooms. It is the only place we didn't visit when we were in Vegas. Technically, it's not officially recognized as a Strip property since it extends to the city. It features the tallest observation tower in the US and is the tallest structure in Vegas. If you're in for an adrenaline rush, you may want to check out the rides on the top of the tower. If not, I'm pretty sure you can get a good view from up there. That's it for the Strip, but we got one more for you. 0.4 mile away from the Strip, at the end of Elvis Presley Boulevard, stands the Westgate. It opened in 1969 as the International Hotel, was renamed to Las Vegas Hilton in 1971, then to Las Vegas Hotel in 2012, and the Westgate since 2014. It has 2,956 rooms and was considered the largest hotel during the 80s. This is really one for the Elvis fan, as the King performed a total of 636 sold-out shows at the hotel. He was also residing there during those years in the Imperial Suite on the 30th floor. That was demolished in 1994 to make way for the Sky Villas. Okay, that was a lot of resorts, and visiting all of them takes a considerable amount of time. But what if you don't have that time and only want to visit a few? Here's our top 5 must-visit in no particular order of preference. First, the Caesar's Palace. There's just so much to see there that it's totally worth a visit, including the forum shops with all the fountains and statues. Second, the Venetian, with the high decorated ceilings and the gondolas to give you a sense of Venice. Third, the Bellagio. The Bellagio fountains are a no-brainer, but you do have to get inside and see the conservatory as well. So definitely pay a visit to the Bellagio. Fourth, the New York, because once again, there is a lot to see there. The replicas on the outside and the inside, it really has a special feel to it. And finally, the Luxor, for its huge atrium pyramid, the Sphinx, the exhibitions, and the biggest flashlight you will ever see. So there you go. The Strip of Las Vegas has a lot to offer. I know it was a long video, but there was a lot to show. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, and we will see you on the next one. Ciao.